I love the
it takes
enthusiasm.
and before it takes an extra 4 hours to beat it, because more shenanigans are happening.
No, you'll be fine. You'll probably finish it within like 30, I think.
Oh, you know what? You know I can
30
do real
hours?
quick?
All right.
30 minutes, sir.
30 hours. Where's my miscellaneous window? I can do... There you go. Oh, that's the wrong one. Where the hell? What the... Oh, we're miscellaneous game, my bad. Not miscellaneous window, miscellaneous game. Here we go. Okay. We are back. Feel free to take it away, Lawrence.
Jazz time.
Do not press delete.
We just end the game like we wouldn't. like...
That's not where I expected to stop at.
I guess you gotta go back into the cathedral?
I guess so. Oh man, I went too far back in time.
Oh, there's a whole cutscene.
Is it a cutscene skipping thing, or are we just gonna...
I'm not sure, but we gotta just go for it, I guess.
Let's see. I think we gotta listen to all of it again.
I mean, you could just skip through it, right?
Yeah, I can just spam the mouse.
Because we don't need to do voice acting this time.
I don't know, you're just gonna move slowly.
Kafladeo.
Boon. Hello, Goldman. We've been here before.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm glad that works. Unfortunately, the animation stuff.
Dang.
It's funny because I guess I should have realized this, but the guy on the main menu, there's like artwork of like a bunch of people, and most of the people we recognize because it's like, oh, these are the victims that we're like saving. I don't know why I didn't assume that the guy at the very front was Lucas. Because he has the same, it's the guy with this mask, and it's like, you know what, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's gonna bring out a bomb for the insurance, but I'm guessing killing all the people within the house was an accident.
No, he was like, I believe he was like, the plan was they'll all be like in the garden, and
they're gonna
then, like, I'll be
witness the
somewhere
accident.
else. Yeah.
But then the timing was off.
Yeah, something happened and the timing got screwed up and everyone dead. End of story.
And then he jumped off a window.
Well, yeah.
I don't think you can jump off a window. You can only jump out a window.
You can jump off a window.
If it's like flat, I guess, yeah.
I can spring off a window like a ninja.
Okay, only if you're a ninja, I guess. Are you a ninja?
I could be. You don't know if I am.
I'm Asian, so I'm like Filipino Asian, so I guess I'm like 20% there.
I guess so, sure. Why is your clock made like this, sir? Oh, those are the other clocks. That, like, there's something on the table, and I didn't realize it was like a clock that was leaned over.
Oh.
Is this where
But I thought it was
do you think that's what Sixpence was looking for? Remember, Sixpence is like, I gotta find it, I gotta find it. I wonder if he's looking for either a bomb or a way to defuse the bomb.
Maybe.
Because I'm thinking about it, and it's like, where would the clockmaker like to hang out? Probably the clock tower.
You got it, man. Just brave the flames.
How about to say, I feel like that's a lot better than the alternative. Well, actually, he survives the alternative.
He survives the alternative. Maybe the flames might not be so... Might not be as good.
Weak ass flames.
I see your dot gif. Yeah. All right, time to save Lucas.
So you could either choose to save him or not, I guess. So that's currently where you're respawning, is the big clock. Oh, he's gonna see you.
Dang it, man.
I mean, I guess
Wait.
you could just fuck with the bomb, right?
So then don't I have like a
Well,
like
he
a
leaves.
5-second window when he leaves?
Yeah.
And instead of, I don't know, what, do you just put the ruby ring on the table so that way he's like, oh yeah, my wife.
I guess.
You know what Lucas's problem was? Because my interpretation of this is that he bought this giant casino / mansion because he had a bunch of money and wanted to show off. He thought that this would
Built,
bring him like
yeah.
happiness. But then he's like, oh no, it's a huge money sink. And I'm like, you know what would help your casino make money? If there was more than fucking 6 people that hang
Well, I mean,
out.
those 6 people are just people he knows. They're just hanging around, not exactly. At least that's a short window, man.
Well, he walked in, a little bit before.
Yeah, but doesn't he just
Alright.
stay here? Hey, hey Lawrence, can you go down real quick?
Do you want me to rush the door?
Can you get to the door?
No, you can't. I don't think you can.
You know
leave
what?
this
I'll still
place.
test it out. Nah. All right. Time to see what will happen.
Ah!
Oh, I can still move.
Oh, it doesn't
okay,
even
that's
kill
right.
you.
It doesn't kill me instantly.
No, it does. You see, like the mask on your face, the top left.
it doesn't
the
kill me
red
instantly.
Mark, yeah, no instantaneous kills.
Oh, he's going back in. Okay, now I can fuck with the bomb.
Right, but what about the rest of the bombs?
The rest of the bombs are done. Ticking in a strange way. This.
You
What complications is that gonna make?
are you gonna wake up as Lucas? He's
Yeah, he
coming.
comes. Give me a second, Lucas, old boy.
Oh, wait, restart. You'll be in the other room.
Oh, because it would move. Okay. Ooh, never thought of a moving clock like that. That's crazy. Let's respawn at the bomb. Okay, now I have way more time for this.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Is that a collectible on the ground?
Is that
The
pliers?
I sure hope not. I hope it's important.
Orum's wire
Wire
cutters.
cutters.
Cut the wires.
You can leave the room, technically, the left room.
I could. Let me just. That's just a thing. Cut. Ooh,
Well, that was
all
easy.
right.
Wait, this wire is cut.
Who?
I mean,
Wait, this isn't right.
everywhere else is still gonna, be burning.
Only when the wires cut does he realize the timing's off. Alright, this is meant to be. Oh, okay.
That was weird.
I thought it was a glitch for a second with how fast that happened.
Lafcadio.
Hello, my friend Lucas. You crazy, crazy person.
I have to leave.
I don't need to. A child is more expensive than a mansion casino.
America.
Fair, actually. You know what? Now that I think about it, fair.
Do you really have to? Well, I guess insurance would like pay out more. I was gonna say, why don't you just sell the mansion? This place is awesome. It's incredible.
This is
You sure you
awesome,
can't
yeah.
sell it?
Maybe insurance pays out more.
The fireplaces are all connected.
In every fireplace.
What? No one will be hurt.
Wait, is this
Wait,
bomb
so-
connected with the
I was
other
about to say,
bomb?
is this the master bomb?
Is this the mother bomb?
But everything also exploded before this one, so that's weird.
I don't know. Maybe he triggered this one and it set everything else off early.
He never,
He never meant it. I mean, obviously, he never meant to kill all of his friends.
But he certainly meant to let the bombs loose. Fair.
Eleanor, what the fuck?
Eleanor. Eleanor, you sexy Brutale, you.
You sexy Brutale. Oh, you sexy Brutale. Oh. Ugh.
Well, she walks normally now.
So that
Also a
guy,
good
so that
point.
guy is the servant who survived, right? Gold
Most
mask.
likely, yeah. Dude, spoilers.
You don't deserve to be forgiven.
Damn, he going crazy now.
God, would that be funny, Lawrence, if he turns into a giant skull with hands and like he's like the final boss?
Oh no, not again. Should have let us go.
Gold mask is starting to sound like me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
God, look
sweet.
at his nose!
I got a pointy nose. Is he gonna take off his? Yeah, boy.
Oh, it's the same guy.
Lucas.
Well, that was apparent when he says we can't like forgive ourselves or something like that.
I thought he was when he said we. I thought he was referring to like everyone.
The royal
in the
we.
mansion. The royal we. Yeah. I don't know. He kind of cleaned up afterwards. Not gonna lie.
They both look
Look,
like
look at that.
dweebs.
He looks like he's like 40. He looks like he's in his 20s.
That's oh.
Oh, I swear to God, is that me also? Oh my
Wait.
God, we're Lucas.
Where that actor, the super old guy that shows up in the westerns.
Oh shoot, I know who you're talking about.
Wait, let me see.
Oh my God,
What the fuck? There's so many Lucases.
we're all Lucas. Oh shit. Okay. So then, was there no priest at all? I thought the priest died in the.
Who is Lafcadio?
Who is Lafcadio Boone? Maybe Lafcadio Boone is still a real person, because I swear to God, if you all take off your mask and you're all Lucas. Never mind. No.
They
no.
are.
They're all Lucas.
God. What?
Yikes.
That's some stupid shit, dude.
That's some. Oh, this is like
And
like
that's
Lucas
also-
Prime, ain't it? Oh my God.
You're Lucas. He's Lucas.
He's Lucas.
They're all Lucases. She pulls off her wig and she's Lucas.
Is there anyone else who says that they're Lucas? You almost died when you fell. I mean, it was a long fall.
Went to prison.
Well, yeah, he
Hey.
tried to commit insurance fraud and ended up doing what, like
Ended
8
up,
counts of murder?
Yeah. That one could argue is manslaughter, but that's very hard to argue. Damn, we gonna guilt trip him hard.
Can I point out something here? Is this all in his head, or is this like some sort of? This seems
this is
like he's
absolutely
just
in his
crazy,
head.
right?
This feels like a in his head sort of thing.
So then his wife might not actually forgive him.
Well, she just said, like,
Yeah, they
you
said,
can't
like-
know if any of us will forgive you because we
Yeah,
can't
like-
say it.
Like,
Okay.
we might not. Either way, you'll never know.
Lucas, I think you can just kill yourself. It's fine.
Damn.
This is
God.
insane. The machinations of your mind, Lucas, please. Holy shit. I'm gonna look up Lafcadio real quick to see if that has any, like, literary relevance.
Saba, is he gonna walk into any?
I don't think so.
All right. Don't have to forget. Only forgive. All right. The king of the mansion.
Huh. But a puppet king.
Yeah. A puppet to his own grief. Lucas Prime, let's go.
That's a cool ass mask, though.
That is weird. That mask screams king of the mansion. Ah, time to let go.
All of the Lucases. There is another option. Why don't you just stop
So it's just
torturing
let
them?
go or stay.
Like, we can just stop torturing them, right? Like, if we already have such a if we already have such an enormous delusion, why can't we just stop killing them every day and just hang out?
Because the guilt wouldn't allow us to. Probably.
But I thought
I
we
would
were
say
supposed to forgive ourselves.
But that's only by letting
That's by letting
them
go.
Yeah.
All right, well then, I guess that's that answer.
Yeah. Yes. No. Oh, they even color coded it's like yes if you want a bit of a darker ending, white if you wanna truther ending.
I don't know. I'm assuming this isn't the reference, if they're trying to do a reference. The only two examples of Lafcadio I can find, really, are the main character. It's a lion in a children's story named Lafcadio, about a lion who fights back against the hunters that are trying to, like, poach him. Or Lafcadio Hearn, a scholar from Europe who went to Japan, studied, and then went back to Europe to introduce Japanese culture to the West.
None of that sounds right.
Exactly. So I think it's just whatever.
Just multiples of
Freaking
it. So.
crack.
Oh, I think he's saving everyone right now.
Let's go! We still save everyone!
You don't even have to do it.
Wait a second. Hold on. Cam 3 ain't on. Time out. Hold on.
Lafcadio, wait!
Oh, yes.
Why is that moving?
He moving. She moving. Time to make new memories.
Wait, where is he?
And I'm gonna
physically?
wake up
He's
in a
alive,
hospital.
right? Time to move on, old man. Oh shit. He's like, no. I refuse.
Your choice doesn't matter. There you go, sexy Brutale. Cool, 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 cool. I love the songs too.
It's really good.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Pretty cool game. I think I found it a bit too linear, but I think
You
we
took the words
covered
right
that.
out of my mouth.
Yeah, we
Yeah, it
kind
went
of covered
pretty
this already
fast.
last time. It went pretty fast, and
I don't
I feel like it was
necessarily
a
want to
too
say that
easy.
every time loopy game needs to be more like Outer Wilds, but like it's weird because they give you the opportunity to just wander around, right? It's pretty like the entire mansion is available to you. You just need, you know, certain powers in order to get to new areas. And so it's just like I almost wish that the game was like the timer was much longer. Like I almost wish the timer was much longer, and it just plot like like you finish that first section where you save the guy from getting shot, and then it just plops you in that main room. I wish the game was just like, all right, go for it. You know what I mean?
yeah, try to save everyone.
Like you could save anyone in any order.
More or less, right? Like imagine if when you first started, because I'm not going to say victims, because some of the victims were like paired together, but I would say like imagine from the very beginning there's like 2 scenarios that you have access to, and then each of those scenarios gives you some sort of tool which allows you to then gain access to more scenarios, right? Until eventually you have access to all of them, but you could do them in any order you want. And then I don't know, I did feel a little weird by the fact that at the very end he just in a cutscene saves everybody. It's like I kind of wanted to do that.
Yeah, I don't know how big this studio is that made this.
It's still very like the aesthetics and like the overall like setting and theme are really cool.
Cavalier Games.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh, tequila works.
And I think even if they keep the linearity, I still think the puzzle should be a little harder than that, because I feel like with time looping puzzles, that's your chance to make it pretty difficult, because they're not the sort of puzzles
You
that
have
you solve the first
infinite
time around.
chances.
You have an
Kinda
infinite
like-
chances, you have an infinite time to figure out what the heck is happening. And that's what makes the time puzzles, time puzzles. But like we said the last time we played this, half the time I just kind of did one
Accidentally
thing.
stumbled into it.
And it solved
Yeah.
everyone. It's like I could have accidentally stumbled into this in my first playthrough.
The aesthetic, I
in the
think, is
first
really
view.
good, though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I do think that because a lot of the puzzles, like how do I phrase this? I guess a lot of the puzzles were just either finding a key and its corresponding padlock, or just figuring out where to push a button. Right? There were a lot of that, and that's kind of like one of the reasons why you were able to like stumble into the answer quite frequently, because there wasn't like a whole lot of necessarily like logic to do. I actually think that my favorite puzzle was the one where there were the two levers and you had to like, both of these levers need to be pulled at the same time in order to shut off the power, because that requires like actual observation, whereas like for the vast majority of all the other puzzles it was just kind of like,
I don't know. I kind of like the puzzle with Aurum and dude in a wheelchair. Because
going
that
around and
required
like flipping the switches and stuff.
Yeah, because that require you to find all of the statues, the gambling statues,
Which were on the map.
which are on the map, but one of them
Was
but
missing
then
an arm.
one of them was
It's true.
sabotaged, so then you gotta go back in time, and then you gotta track the dude who's doing all that.
But
Who's, like,
would you agree
manipulating
with me when you say when I say that the difficulty of that puzzle feels like it should be puzzle like 3 out of 8? Because it wasn't exactly difficult. You just had to like recognize what was happening.
Yeah.
Like I still thought it
Yeah.
was cool. I agree with you. I still thought it was really cool. But like, I don't know. Just none of the puzzles were tremendously hard. I really liked the one with the voodoo fish. I thought that was really cool. Just from like
Yeah, that one was fine.
just from like an aesthetic purpose, I like the idea of it's just like, oh yeah, here's this like weird wing of the mansion that's all just fucked up fish. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would say I when I first like watched someone, yeah, I can agree with you guys. I think the puzzles are probably a bit like too easy. For sure.
It's a time game. You gotta make us think real hard.
Yeah. So, but I
It's so
definitely
crazy by going back in time again and again and again until we figure out what the solution is.
Like
True.
that's the thing. It almost feels like the narrative was trying to imply that this was like some sort of torturous, like desperate attempt to save everybody's life. But it's just like a lot of them were just like, oh, it's the one interactable in this entire area and that's how we solve the problem, you know?
yeah.
But then
I
again-
just
but
I
then-
overall
Yeah, sorry.
I overall like the aesthetic of the game when I saw it,
Oh,
and I thought the
absolutely.
narrative was
And the
like
music.
quite interesting. Yeah, the
The
music
music's so good.
and like the narrative of like, it's technically him like torturing himself because of like the guilt he feels about like
Yeah, that was
killing
nice.
everyone.
It was a twist. I had completely forgotten about that. So to fill you in on what I remembered, I thought that I remembered the quote unquote twist of the game being that everybody's dead because what's his face set off a bomb. I remembered that. I didn't remember Boone is Lafcadio actually Boone is obviously Lafcadio, that's his first and last name. But like I didn't remember that all of the servants are also just fucking
It's all Lucas.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Let's go.
But yeah, I don't know. Like the thing is that I don't know how you would necessarily tweak this idea, like this game. I don't know how you would tweak it so that way it felt more robust. I guess that's kind of what I mean, is that its theming, music, and narrative are all very strong, and art style, but the actual like game itself was a little lean. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just the gameplay itself, like, I think was interesting. I think they just probably had a hard time figuring out how to make
the time loop work.
Yeah, or like the
in a way that
puzzle's
was
difficult
satisfying.
enough. Yeah, like combining puzzles with the time loop, I think may have been. Yeah. Yes.
Because like
I really
the
like
whole
that
idea.
last puzzle. I really like that last puzzle where you tune in with a fucking bomb.
And then the
because it was
bomb's in the other room. Like, that's
before.
really clever.
Yeah. I want more of that stuff.
that requires lateral thinking, whereas everything else was like direct thinking. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, oh, the arm's missing. I gotta go find the arm. Okay, let's follow the guy. Okay, the guy's in this room. Done. You know? Like, I don't know if there's necessarily anything else. Like, because you know what, like, something that could have been a little bit more interesting? The thing with the voodoo fish, right? The voodoo, like, locket to get into that room. You had to get blood from the two specific fish in order to get into the room. It just tells you where to get them, right, in the recipe. What if the recipe was more like a poem, and you had to, like, interpret the poem to figure out what the fish were? You know what I mean?
Though someone could just brute force it by going to every tank and being like, oh, you didn't get blood from this, or you did get blood from that.
That's true. Were you even able to access blood prior to getting the recipe? I don't think so, right? Like, if you clicked on the fish, I think it just watched
I'm not
them.
sure, actually. If you use the charm on, like, the fish, I don't know whether or not you would have been able to.
No.
I feel like not, because there were moments in the game where you have to have knowledge for one thing in order to do said thing.
There was a lot of that, yeah. Like doorways that would be there, like, visible to you, but you can't access them until you see someone do them. And that's fine. I don't know. And that's kind of what I guess that's kind of like my overall summary of this, is that this was still a very good game, like a very good experience, but it leaves me wanting more, but not necessarily in like a good way. More in like I wish that there was like 50% more game here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want more puzzles. I want more interesting puzzles, you know?
Yeah, I guess ultimately when I say I wanted us to play this game, I guess it was more on like I wanted you to experience the experience of the game rather than the game itself.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably be the most accurate.
And I mean, I'm glad that we
description.
did end up playing this, you know? I had said during episode 1, when we played this, that I was initially hesitant for a while because I thought that this game would be a lot of... Because I knew the perspective, like I knew what the game like looked like and whatnot. I was worried that the game would be kind of slow and a little dry. But because, like in a funny way, because the puzzles were so lean, fucking Lawrence was booking through the game at a ridiculous pace, and it's like, okay, fucking weird shit's happening all the time, so it's interesting.
When you're zooming through it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I don't know. Hey, Lawrence, we often do these like post games discussions. I want to add like a new like final punctuation at the end of these post game like discussions. I want you to give this game an out of 10.
An out of 10. All right, let me think. Let me think about this. I did enjoy it.
Or I'll give you an out by saying, or you can say like ABC or like the grading it.
The grading.
I would say an out of 10 just because like everybody knows what that is. But I mean, I'm gonna give an out of 10.
Let's see. I'll give you both. How's that?
Sure. That sounds great.
Love the art style. Like even if the puzzles were easy, there weren't really any frustrating moments. Which is a plus for me.
Yeah.
Because I never really got stuck in a puzzle or stuck in anywhere and be like, what the hell's happening? That made me like have to think real hard about it, and I would run out of brain juice, and then I would like, it's getting frustrating. No, it was pretty smooth sailing, and I can't really fault it for that. I think I give it an 8 out of 10. B.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give it a letter grade because I don't have a personal scale for letter grade, but I was also gonna say an 8 out of 10.
Ooh.
Well,
You know what I
that's
mean?
great. I'm glad you guys liked it.
It's weird because it's not necessarily bite-sized. This is like this is like a slider. It's not a burger. Yeah. It's not a bite of a burger. It's a slider where it's like somewhere in the middle, and it's interesting in that way.
It's like a martini that's in like a glass that makes you think like you're drinking more, but it's not actually that much. But you're still gonna sip it, so it'll still take you some time to finish it.
Sure, yes. That's just as good of an analogy as mine. So I'll give that to you. Okay, cool. Well, that was Sexy Brutale. We're gonna take a quick minute to like turn all this stuff off, and then we're gonna be back with the next game. Okay.
Very nice.
I'm gonna kick.